Hello everybody, this is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 2 of the 2019-20 exhibition series of the manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we're racing on Nurburgring Grand Prix for 15 laps and we'll be ready to use on the Group 3 category for today. So it's time to get ready to be prepared. So let's do for one good warm-up practice to begin. So this will be able to get prepared to do a lot of practice. So it might be able to take a good clean race for everything. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. So let's go and get ready to race and let's get started. Now let's get ready to race for 15 laps around the Nurburgring Grand Prix. So hope this is going to be able to do like last time on the first round from the first season. So this is going to get everything we'll be able to be prepared for having a one good clean race. The first turn is going to be very tough, so we got to make sure to be able to have a one good racing mobility. We're always going to be able to keep up with the balance work we'll also to begin with. So this is going to get everything we'll be getting started for this race. So hope everybody is all set and ready to go to have their Group 3 race car to begin. So this is going to be quite doing good to get prepared. So we all have respect. We'll be able to be ready to get started for the race. So here we go. Let's get started and let's begin. Here we go, it's round 2 of the 2019-20 exhibition series of the manufacturer series. So we are going to get started, so let's go with the drivers. So it looks like Mooney Time is taking the first place at the pole position. So it looks like here is Rockin' 72, Ford GT LM-Spec2 test car with a good classic livery. Third place is D2 Saint 32 with a Ferrari 458 Italia. Son of God 666 for the Ford Mustang Group 3 in 4th place. Nimish Moda in 5th place with the anime-style Lexus RCF GT3. Here is Racing Hobo with the McLaren F1 GTR livery. 7th place is Black Ice Inc. with the Chevy Corvette. And here is Max Bohan Ace with a nice livery style of the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. IBR 789 is taking on 9th place. BS Rodeo 7 for the Lexus RCF GT3. Here is Roadhog 2 with a Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT3. 12th place is Will Daddy T with a Renault Sport RS01. And here is Sir Transalot with a Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 in 13th place. 14th place is Cisco Lugna with a Dodge Popper SRT GT3R. 15th place is Billy the Skid 71 with a Volkswagen Beetle. Here's myself with a Chevy Corvette C7 UTRS Racing livery. And here is WQC Gogu with a Hulk livery of the Jaguar F-Type. Here's 18th place is Steve Stone 1000 with a Ferrari 458 Italia. Tom Bailey EU 86 for the Renault Sport RS01. And last place is Slingshot 6767 with a Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3. Now it's going to get prepared to be ready for one good daytime condition at the Nurburgring. So this is going to be able to make sure to be able to have a one good correction at the first turn. So this is going to get everything. We'll be ready to take the long rolling start to begin. This is going to be a very tough race out there, folks. 15 laps on the Grand Prix at the Nurburgring. So here we go. We are going underway to prove to fast to be a one good successful out there. So this is going to be a very intense race and this will be able to drive carefully. So going to keep your racing mobility, and we are going underway to be able to get started. Now, it was going to be quite pretty excited to be able to take the round on the manufacturer series. So looks like this is going to be able to have that first turn. It's going to be, oh man, it looks like Sir Tranquilot just almost got off the track, and now he's going to be taking a little bit recovery. So this is going to be able to take a lot of faster work out there. So going to make sure to keep your racing mobility up. It's about to get very tough at the Nurburgring to be able to keep it together. So this is going to be able to take plenty of limits. It's going to get everything will be going in. So it looks like we got one driver left to race. So it's going to get everything down to 19 drivers remaining standing still. And oh, looks like this is going to be able to see how it goes. So it looks like IPR 789 just got off the track and then takes a little bit recovery. Looks like someone's having a little tough time at the Grand Prix. It is going to be very intense to see it. So many drivers are still taking a lot of few skills for it, and looks like, oh man, looks like Real Daddy T just got pulled off the track by Nimish Moda, but it was pretty intense to be able to see it. But that is going to be very harsh to see how this is going to be able to have you pushing up the tracks. And oh man, looks like there it goes. So it looks like Racing Hobo just got off the track, and then it looks like this is going to be quite pretty intense to be able to see it. So looks like this is going to be able to have a lot of racing drama going on. So this is going to be very scary out there to be able to see some few crashes. Oh, looks like Mooney time has definitely got hit, but it is going to be quite very intense to be able to see it. So going to keep it together, folks. This is going to be a very difficulty race for having a worst case scenario. So this is going to be a very hard to tell, because this is definitely not the bumper cars that they really want, because this is all about a good competition they just really want to have. Because it's definitely differences like grid, because it's going to be able to race it in on GT Sport. It is going to be quite very intense to be able to see it. Now it's going to be able to see that everybody is still trying to keep it up. We're always going to keep their racing mobility at the Nurburgring, but it's definitely different like Autodromo Nacional Monza, but it's going to be quite very tougher to be able to have some few turns, because this is going to get very lighter it could get. So going to make sure to be able to take that turn. We're always going to stay balanced. Just be sure to be able to have that handling. We're always going to keep it well wisely it can get. Now it's going to be able to see the top three drivers are still going on. So it looks like Black Ice Inc. is definitely takes the lead. So this is going to be a very good one out there. So this is going to be able to take a lot of few efforts for any top three drivers. Could probably be able to take everything to have the courage. Will be well proven to race at the ring. It is going to be quite very important to be able to stay on track. We're always going to be able to have a good racing mobility. We'll keep it together. Now it's going to be able to see how Roadhog 2 is still doing okay. So he might be able to keep it up. Might be on the top three position in no time. So this is going to be a very faster one to be able to make sure, because round two is always about taking the tough challenge at the Nurburgring, with having a lot of handling and mobility will be needed for every driver. Will be able to prove it to be successful. Will be able to be on the way. Now it looks like Mac Bohan 8 is definitely going on to catch up onto Son of God 666. And now this is going to be able to take the upper hand. We'll be able to going in to catch up to Black Ice Inc. This is going to be able to take a good start to be able to see how the top three battle out. We'll be able to reach up onto the first place. We'll be able to reach up in the podium in no time. So this is going to be able to keep it up. We're always going to be able to do a lot of good perfection out there. It's going to be quite going faster and harder it can get. Now here we go. This is going to be able to take on in onto the third lap. So this will be able to have three waves as is usual. So will be able to do everything they could. So this is going to be able to take a lot of huge action and drama is going on to be able to have a lot of good racing effort to be able to do for a lot of good sportsmanship will be going on. So gonna make sure to keep it well monitored tracks. If they really want to have a good driver rating, we'll make it a good perfection. Now this is going to be able to keep going in, so it will always going to be able to drive stronger and faster it can get. So this is going to be able to take a lot of risk for every driver to probably able to have a good clean race. We'll be able to have a single star to be earned. So this is going to be able to take plenty of mobility. We'll be able to keep it up on it. And it looks like Racing Hobo is about to be able to catch up onto my current position, and now he's going to be able to take it. So he overtakes, and then IBR 789 is almost loses his grip. Now he is going to be able to keep it up. We'll stay on track. We're always going to keep it together. We remember, folks, this is going to be able to take a lot of balance. We might be able to take plenty of it. We're also going to need to use the throttle. We might be able to keep it hold. We're always going to be able to take a good integrity balance. It's going to be able to stay on track. We're always going to be able to deal with some various turns. Now, looks like this is going to be able to see it. So it looks like Racing Hobo in the McLaren F1 GTR is about to take on the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car. It is going in on the straight, so it looks like this is going to be able to coming in onto the chicane. Hope those two are going in, and then looks like Roadhog 2 just got hit and then slowing down on it, so it looks like he's about to be able to take a little bit time to recovery. So looks like I'm about to be able to going in for a little overtake, because this is all about taking an act of teammate is going to get everything we'll be prepared for. I hope he can see me, because I'm always going to be able to got his back on him. So this might be able to take a lot of skills for perfection. We're always going to be able to do for the best. It will always going to be able to support since the speed online lobby race. So it's going to get everything we might need to take a lot of good perfection out there. CNF Racing and UDRS Racing team will be teaming up to be able to take the good clean race. We're always going to be able to have a chance to keep our mobility up. We're always going to be able to maintain the pace. It's going to get everything. We'll be stand still. We'll be able to hold out to survive 15 laps around the track. It's going to get very challenging for us. So we're going to make sure to be able to keep the brakes and throttle, because it's about to get very messy. So we have to be very careful. Still going on in, so this is going to be able to take the 9th place. It's going to be able to catch up onto IBR 789. IBR 789 is about to be able to catch up onto Racing Hobo, because the Ford GT is going further to catch up to the McLaren F1 GTR. It's going to get very hard distance to be able to catch up, because it's going to get very longer to be able to take a lot of distance. It's going to get everything closer again. So it looks like I'm about to be able to pass on in to be able to make one landing spot onto the apex, because it's going to get very closer. And then looks like this is going to be very cautious now. So looks like Roadhog 2 is about to get coming in on my distance of the gap position. It's going to be quite very harder it gets. So going to make sure to keep it well monitor checked, because it's about to get very intense onto the chicane to be able to going in. Make it nice and slow, and then this is going to be getting closer. We might be able to hold out much longer. So we're about to be able to end the first wave. So here we go. We're about to enter wave 2 of this race. So we are going in to take on to the 5th lap. Now, looks like going in to be able to take that first turn, to be able to take a lot of good perfection out there. Roadhog 2 passes in, and then this is going to be a good correctional slow pace. We might be able to stay together. Having teammates will always keep each other's back. We're always going to be able to do for a lot of good perfection out there. So different factions, always having a joint operation, we'll be able to race on. We're always going to keep the motivation. We'll be getting better than ever. Now it's going to be getting close, so still continuing on to be able to have the 9th place current position, but it's going to get very harder it gets to be able to reach forward. So it looks like Thunder God 666 takes the lead, and now he is going to be on his way onto the finish line. We're only 10 more laps to go, so it's going to be quite very close to be able to take plenty of effort work for every driver who really wants to be able to keep up to Sons of God 666 lead. So this is going to be able to see how it goes. Now it looks like Black Ice Inc. is definitely might be able to keep it up. We'll be able to have a little chance to be back in the lead, because this is going to be able to have a one good friendly competition to see how this is going to be able to turn out to be. But it was definitely might be quite brilliant to be able to see how every racer might be able to keep it up. Will might be able to do a lot of faster work and get. Now it's going to be able to get closer in onto the chicane, so this is going to be able to take one good step closer. Roadhog 2 is definitely behind my current position, so he might be able to help out if I could probably able to assist him as well. So there it is. IBR 789 is taking the penalty, so it looks like he's definitely not impressed because he's going to be able to proceed onto the penalty line whenever he's coming in. So this might be moving on to the next lap. It's going to get everything will be pretty close to be able to see it how it goes. Roadhog 2 passes my current position, and now he is moving on into 9th place. So this is going to be able to take a joint op teamwork with UTRS. Could probably able to take plenty of faster work. We're always going to be able to take that pressure. We're always going to keep the mobility we'll stay on for. Now it looks like IBR 789 is about to be able to coming in onto the penalty line to slow down. So this is going to be able to get closer on the turn. So this is going to be getting nearly close. And looks like IBR 789 is definitely might be coming into the penalty line. So this is going to be able to have the opening spot for me and Roadhog 2. So it's going to get close. It's going to get very close to be able to see how this might go. So Sync DD2 Sync 2 is now going to be able to catching up on it. So he might be able to defend his position from IBR 789's position by giving a coming in by the approach. So it's going to be quite very fast where it can get. So looks like Roadhog 2 joins in the chase as well, and even I will. So this is going to be able to take the lead to be able to take the battle closer in. So the battle of 7th place is going in to be able to reach up. It's going to get everything, will take the distance. It's going to get very longer to see it. Now it's going to be getting closer on the chicane, so things are going correctly to be able to take their mobility and almost had that grip of Roadhog 2, so he's going to make sure to keep it together because it's going to get very tougher to be able to see it. Now it looks like Nimish is in the pits, and now he's going to be able to change the tires. We'll be able to have one compound tire for you, so this is going to be able to take a little bit good check to be able to see it. Now it looks like WQC Goku is now in 10th place, so it looks like he's about to be able to get smashing up on it. So this might be able to take a little bit thing to be able to have a one catching up effort to be able to take. So this is going to be a very closer edge. Will might be able to catch up on it. Now it looks like Roadhog 2 is definitely might be getting closer to catch up onto 789 position, so this is going to get everything going in for. It's going to get very struggling close, but Sir Transalot is about to be able to coming in on my current position as well. So this is going to be able to see how the tires is going to be quite very durable up. Oh man, taking the sacrifice to avoid the full contact, so it looks like this is going to be a very tough one. So taking sacrifice is going to be a hard choice to be able to evade the upper hand. Is going to be quite very dangerous to see it. So this is going to be able to get closer. So this one might stop at 12th place. So going to make sure to keep up on it. So it looks like I'm about to be able to have a one catching up on IBR 789's position. Sir Transalot is in 10th place. I hope Roadhog 2 is still trying to keep it up. So he will always going to be able to do the best. We'll be able to take the good motivation. We'll be able to take one good way to race to success. Is going to get everything. We'll be getting closer. Now it looks like this is going to be able to have some few drivers that's now going to be able to coming into the pits, because it's going to be quite giving a lot of time to be able to change up the tire. It's going to get everything to be needed as well. So this is going to be able to take a little bit, half amount of the gallon. Is going to get everything going in. Hope my crew is about to wait for me to coming in to get some new fresh tires, and now no refuel needed. But it's going to be going progress to be able to wait for a little bit time to pit out. So going out and ends up on 13th place at the position. So gonna make sure to have that drivers will be able to take respectful to be able to let the first turn come after coming out of the pits. So this is going to get everything Will might be able to do for a lot of catch-up. Good as new for the tires, so this is going to be able to take a lot of good grip. Now, it looks like Nimish Moda is now going to be able to take on their third place. Will might be able to keep going. So, Black Ice Inc. is definitely might be trying to catch up onto Son of God 666 lead. So, this is going to be quite going upper hand, but the top three drivers are still going to be able to take a lot of plenty of pressure is going to be able to going on for. Taking no prisoners is going to be a very tough call for racers who really wants to be on the top position. It's always going to be able to get on, but the struggle is going to be able to going in for. So it will might be able to have the gap distance will be made to change differently. So it will might be able to going in to be able to press forward. And now it looks like this is going to be able to going in onto the 8th lap, but this is going to be getting close to be able to take a few steps. Will might be able to keep up the pace. Now it looks like Son of God 666 is in the pits. Now this is going to be able to have the tires will be able to set up for it. So this will might be need to be able to make sure that no fuel recommend. So only the tires could be able to have a one quick call to be able to get everything to continuing on for one tough race is going to get everything. Will take the challenge. Will be able to step it in for. And now everybody is going to be able to coming into the pits as well. So this is going to be able to have few drivers are now joining in. So this will might make it in onto 11th place is going to get everything will step forward. I hope everybody is about to be able to make one easy way to be able to come out after the tires is changing up to be able to have a new set. So this will might be able to move forward onto 11th place. We're on the 9th lap, but we're almost there at the end of the second wave of the race. Will might be able to going in, so this is going to be able to keep in track of the total time. It's going to get everything will be better as ever to be able to take. Now it's going to be getting close, so hope Roadhog 2 is still staying on the top position. It's going to get everything will be going on the long way to catch up, because it's going to get very better to be able to stay on the racing mobility. Will be able to keep it up. This Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT3 is going to be able to stay in a good condition. Is going to be able to take the mobility. Will be able to stay on track. Will be able to take a lot of efforts to be able to keep it well perfection. Will always going to be able to stay clean on the tarmac of the race. It's going to get very close, so going to make sure he will do his best. We're always going to keep on racing. Stay cool. And looks like this is going to get everything. We'll be able to take the gap distance. We might be able to keep up ahead. So continuing on to be able to have 11th place for me. So this is going to be able to going faster. We might be able to take the long distance. We might be able to going in. Taking a lot of effort is going to get everything going longer. It takes is going to get everything well tighter. It could always going to be able to take. IBR 789 is about to be able to coming in to pass my current position. So this is going to be able to have one driver in the pits. Third Transalot is going to get ready to change up the tires. Is going to get everything will be prepared. We'll need for a new fresh one. So this will might be able to end on lap wave number 2. So we are going in for lap number 10. Only 5 more laps to go, folks. This is going to be a very challenging way to be able to keep it up. We'll stay on track. So the fuel is definitely end of the halfway, because it's going to get very closer. We might be able to check the fuel map. We might be needed in case. I hope everybody is still taking a lot of fuel grip out there. We're always going to be able to stay on it, because it will take perfection. We'll be able to race around in the Nurburgring. And it looks like IBR 789 passes me, because Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car overtakes the Chevy Corvette, and now he is going to be on 10th place, because the Chevy Corvette UTRS racing team is about to be able to give a little bit more pursuit chase to catch up on 10th place. Is going to get very necessary to be needed, because it's going to be quite tougher to be able to see how the battle can go between two American GT3 race car brands. It is going to be a very tough one. will be able to going on. So this is going to be able to take the battle of 10th place is going on, and this is going to be a very tough one. Will might be able to keep it going. But I can't say because this is going to be a very tough one to be able to have American car friends who will be able to take the show down. So it looks like Sir Transalot got the penalty, so it looks like he thinks he did something very mistaken by having a little ignoring the track limit, so he will get to be careful to be able to take plenty of perfection. It's going to get everything will stay on track. Taking that good chicane is going to be very important. Then this is going to be able to take that last turn. It's going to be able to keep smoothly in, and then this is going to be able to keep it up for. So it's like Sir Transalot's got that 3-second penalty, so he'll be on the way to be able to get everything to be decelerated. We might be able to go slower and to be able to resume a little bit recovery. So this is going to be able to take a little bit more time for. Now we're on lap 11, so we're going to get closer. So this is going to get everything a little bit longer for every 8 minutes of the duration of the time. So looks like this is going to be able to keep in track of the total time. It's going to be able to going at it. It's been 21 minutes since the start of the race, and everybody is still keep it up. We're always going to be able to get their motivation up. And then, oh, looks like there's a yellow flag just called in for this one, folks. Someone is having a tough time because this is going to be a very intense situation to see it. So it looks like DD2 Saint 32 is having a little bit tough time. So he's just definitely got a little bit recovery, so he will be okay. Now it's going to be able to take a little bit more mobility up, so this is going to be able to take a little bit more time to keep it up. So hope everything will be able to have a little brake check. So this is going to be able to take a little bit tough turn. It's going to get very challenging to be perfection. It's going to be able to do a long way to be able to going in for. Now looks like this is going to be able to beat the end of battle of 10th place. So this will might move on in onto the battle of 9th place. IBR 789 is about to catch up onto DD2 Saint 32's position, so he's about to be able to catch up by the window opening, but it's going to get very tougher. We might get closer to be in the way. And that makes it another driver left the race, so this is going to be it, because 17 drivers are still standing there by remaining, so this is going to be able to have a tough message out to be able to take what it makes to be able to have a lot of good perfection. We'll be able to try to keep it up. But the answer is going to be a very tough question to be able to dominate the Nurburgring Grand Prix. It's going to be a very tough challenge. It's going to be able to prove the race to be success to be able to going in for. But it's always going to be able to take a little aggressive speed. It's going to get everything over revved up on it. But we will always going to be able to try to be very careful. Now, looks like this is going to be able to see how the top 3 drivers are still going on, so this is going to be a very tough one to be able to going in. Now, looks like Black Ice Inc. is still going on to be able to take plenty of faster work. It's going to be going on to be able to keep up the racing mobility, so it will always going to be able to take a lot of time to be able to catch up on the Son of God 666 lead. So this will take forever because every racer that this is going to be able to have plenty of gap distance is going to be giving a total by over 10,000. So maybe just give 10-second gap is going to be quite going in to be able to see it. So it might be able to keep it well checked to see how fast it's going to go, because challenging drivers is going to be very tough to be able to take the risk. It's going to get everything going in. We'll be able to take a lot of precision. It's going to be a very long ways to be able to perform. Now it's going to be able to see how Sir Transalot is doing, so hope we can probably able to keep it up. We'll be able to prove him well, but it's going to get very faster it can get. So this is going to be able to take a little bit longer it takes for having a lot of good endurance race. We'll be able to keep holding out for. So it's going to be able to take a lot of competitive work we'll be able to take, because this is going to be a very good one to be able to have for long top 3 drivers are still going on for. Mac Bohan 8 is definitely might be able to take a little bit more time, so he might be able to stay and defend his third place position, so he can probably able to do his best, because that could be able to have his important strategy, because every racer's always going to be the underdogs, because they just want to be proven themselves to be able to drive their work. Because challenging drivers could probably able to take a lot of risks. It's going to make sure to be able to prove to take a lot of good perfection. We'll be able to have a respectful to other drivers to become the underdogs of this race. Is going to be able to take a lot of good racing mobility. We're on lap 13, so this is going to get everything will be going longer it takes, but this is going to be able to take a little bit further. We might be able to reach up for having this race in. Looks like DD Saint 32 just having a little bit off the track, and now he's going to take a little bit recovery time. So he's okay once again. Now coming in on the approach onto DD2 Saint 32's position. So it's going to be able to get close, but this Will might be able to take the stand. Will might be able to going in on the ongoing struggle. Is going to be on the long way. He almost lost that grip, so hang in there, DD2 Saint 32. This is going to be able to take a lot of perfection. It's going to get everything. Will might stay on track. Will might be able to keep your racing mobility to be intact, because don't get yourself overwhelmed. It's always about having a good balance of racing. Will be able to take like a racing workout whenever they really want to have, because it will take practice to perfection. Is going to be the important key to be able to stay on track. Will might be able to do perfectly for the best end. Looks like this is going to be able to see the chicane turn by the mistake, so hope he cannot going to get a penalty for this one, because he will try to do his best, because having a lot of handling turns is going to be a very tough issue. So right now we're on the lap 14, so it's going to get very closer. We might be able to make it there. So this is going to be able to have one more lap remaining, because we're almost there to take to the final lap, because this race is about to be done anytime soon. Roadhog 2 is now definitely in on 9th place due to the challenging issue of the effect, so this is going to be able to take a little bit of time to be able to see it. So he will do his best, because CNF Racing will be able to prove to success, will be able to race faster, will might be able to get. And oh man, it looks like DD2 Saint 32 almost lost his grip, and now I'm passing in on to 10th place. He did a very close one to be able to keep himself well stayed together with his Ferrari 458 Italia. Now Chevy Corvette is on 10th place, so looks like Sir Transalot is now going in to be able to catch up onto DD2 Saint 32's position. Will be on the overtake, but this is going to be a very challenging one for both Chevy Corvettes. Is now going to be able to take the battle of 10th place. Is going to get everything going on. Now, it looks like this is going to be able to see how Roadhog 2 is doing, so he can probably able to do his best to catch up onto IBR 789's position. So this is going to be a very tough one, because we are getting there to the final lap, but this is going to be able to take a lot of proven work, and almost had the grip. So looks like I almost had that spun out by a grip, so looks like I saved it. That was pretty close to see it. So looks like Sir Transalot is now in 11th place. DD2 Saint 32 is in 12th place. Hope he can probably keep it up to keep himself together, because it's always going to be able to have the capabilities for Group 3 cars. Is going to be a very tough struggle for the Nurburgring to be able to test their work of racing. Is going to be able to take a lot of perfection out there. So this is going to be a very tough one to be on the way. So this is it, folks. The final lap is finally here, and we're on our way. Now this is going to be very closer to see how the fastest drivers is now going in. So it looks like Son of God 666 is about to be able to reach up for his win. So this is going to be a lot of good perfection out there. Is going to get everything we'll be going on for. Sir Transalot passes me, so this is going to be a great grip effort. Is going to get everything we'll be able to keep up. So it's definitely might be able to take the struggle. So going to make sure to keep up the pace. Is going to be very respectful moment out there. So this is going to be able to see it whenever he's coming in. So looks like Son of God 666 is about to be able to take on to the final stretch of this race, and now he is going to get very closer whenever he's on the finish line. So this could be his win, and this is going to get very longer by over 50-second gap up ahead. And now this is going to be a very close call to be able to have that cone. And oh man, it looks like DD2 Saint 32 just got spun out, and now he is going to be able to take a little recovery once again. He needs to be able to keep it together, folks. DD2 Saint 32 will never give up whenever he tries to keep it up. Now it's going to be getting closer, so Son of God 666 is about to be able to take the win, and then he's done it. Son of God 666 wins round 2 of the 2019-20 exhibitations of the Manufacturer Series. He did a pretty good job out there for the race because he is finally made it in first place. Black Ice Inc. is in second place, and now Mac Bohan 8 is in third place. What a brilliant race out there, folks. What a brilliant, challenging race out there. So looks like it was a pretty tough challenge out there. And oh man, I can't believe it. BS Rosso just slammed me on purpose, and now this is going to be a very tough one to be able to see it. So BS Rodeo 7 slammed me by an accident. So it looks like this is going to be a very tough one out there. So this is going to be a big impact slam for the UDRS racing team. So looks like this race is about to be over soon. So in 3, 2, 1, time up. Wow, I can't believe it. That was a pretty tough race out there, folks. It was pretty tough, so it was very challenging. So looks like this is going to be able to have that race position by 4. So this is going to be doing well to be able to keep up for the racing motivation to be able to take the challenge at the Nurburgring. So it was pretty excellent out there. We'll be able to take a lot of good racing strategies. We'll be able to keep it up. So this is going to be quite very excellent. So Son of God 666 is the winner for this round of the race. So what an amazing challenge for us. So this is going to be quite doing good to be able to congratulations for a one good excellent clean race. We'll be able to enjoy it. So we did a good job out there, folks. We did pretty good job, and sometimes having a lot of good race out there will always do the best. A thank you respond from Roadhog 2. That was some clean driving. That race is incredible. Well done, almost had it. Thanks for the clean race. So let's play again sometime. So this is going to be quite doing good job out there, folks. This is definitely might be pretty good job, or having a one good race. We're always going to be able to take the action and drama out there. So it always having a lot of spin outs to be having other drivers to be pulled off the track, because it was very intense to see it. So we did pretty good job out there. We will always going to be able to continuing on in the next round. So we did a pretty good job out there racing at the Nurburgring in round 2 of the Manufacturer Series. Since we just remembered from the first round of the first season of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series, it was pretty challenging and pretty tough. So hope this is going to be able to remember the best moments we enjoy it. So this we might be able to have for this season. We'll be able to make different ways. We're always going to be able to keep it up. We'll always do perfectly for one good Group 3 race. So it will always going to be able to challenge ourselves to be able to race at the Nürburgring or any other racetrack whenever we like to do it. It will always take practice, for making a one good perfection will always do the most. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.